Marvel and Disney are in a hurry to scrub away every single artifact of the MCU on Disney+. They're canceling, removing, taking away shows that a very few wish were still there. It's Willow time, but only for the girls. Hey, MCU, do you know where your women have gone? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we love bringing you entertainment news that you just will not hear anywhere else. Happy to have Jonas J. Campbell and the one and only Vash Sky returning to us again. We had them this afternoon. They're back this evening. And folks, we've got a big story here. It is that silently, quietly, Marvel is scrubbing away the MCU blues that they've been having. Gentlemen, welcome back.
Well, so what you're saying is he's got help?
Somebody does, but poor Feige, he's missing the ladies, and the ladies are missing him. Well, maybe not. We'll find out. Folks, as we get ready to dive into this conversation, consider clicking the like button and share this out on your favorite social media networks. Here we go. It's out of Gaming Bible, no Bible, I kid, and it's Dan Lipscomb with the article here. Marvel fans are heartbroken as Disney quietly canceled beloved TV series. It's a shame for the fans. Here's what we have. Marvel's push into television has been a mixed bag, with so many projects ending at just one season due to underwhelming reception. And by the way, I would say it's not a mixed bag. It's almost entirely bad. In fact, I would say the only Disney Plus Marvel show which has been anything other than bad was Loki Season 2. And everything else, I think you can put in the bad category. Okay, what? Okay,
No.
okay. What are you
I love
pushing back with?
WandaVision has some of the best character work in the MCU. The moments Paul Bettany shines in that show. He's fantastic.
If it was his show, I could agree.
And Elizabeth, the moments between Wanda and Vision are great. And everything else in that, I could forget about it. But those two on screen, electric. Very
Jonas, if we were to say that WandaVision was at all good, we would have to forgive it for giving us Agatha all along.
Yeah, that's tough.
Good point.
Here are some of the shows.
And it sounds like they're going to be basing a lot more off of Agatha, and yikes.
Oh boy. Let me refreshify everybody on just exactly how bad this has been, okay? We've got She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, Echo. Can we keep going? They don't have it. I can keep going because they're not listing all the ones that have not gotten a second season. You want to talk about Moon Knight? You want to do that? You want to talk about, let's talk about ones that haven't even appeared. The new Avengers, they teased that in an end credit, and they're never going to do that. But you could add Miss Marvel as well, who is a new Avenger. And we like Iman Vellani. We like her, but she's not getting the second season. Continuing, though. With so many shows coming out, it was bound to happen eventually, and now the cancellation train has stopped at Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur. Now, folks, we're not going to just talk about Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur. Don't cancel the video just yet. Don't click off. But I do find this funny, and I want to talk about it briefly.
Wait, they have canceled Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur?
They have. You know what? We'll actually pause. Jonas, you know more about Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur, and you also know why it may or may not be woke entertainment for kiddos. So share with us, Jonas, your thoughts on Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur for folks who have never heard of it before.
For those of you who are not aware, yes, Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur is definitely woke. On its surface, it's great. It's about a little girl in I want to say the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Actually, I'm not sure where in Manhattan. I don't know my Manhattan geography unless I'm swinging through it as Spider-Man.
I heard she was in the southeastern northwest quadrant.
Yes, that's the one. Anyway, she's in this little neighborhood, and she somehow, the Devil Dinosaur does show up in here. She's a science genius, and that on its surface sounds great. Whatever. It's kind of set in the MCU, but all of the villains are white people. Everything is very focused on like gentrification is the villain of the first season arc in this show. All of the cool girls or boys at school have pronouns, and there is an I wouldn't quite call it a romance, but there's definitely some interesting interaction between Moongirl, by the way, middle schooler, at a sleepover where I'm gonna say the word girl. They have a little bit of a positive interaction there about there might be something more there. These they them volleyball girls volleyball team. I could say it's a girls volleyball team, at least on the label there. There's also a non-binary computer, which in programming, let's see if anyone can figure out how that one works. So
0010210.
Right. So there is an excellent episode of Everything Woke About Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur, parts 1 and part 2 that you can check out. I will say Lawrence Fishburne does play the Beyonder in the show, and he does a good job. But everything else about the show turns out it's more like propaganda that is meant to appeal to older people who think that they should be watching younger people's content. That's a thing that we're often coming across here in Marvel.
So Vash, we're starting to delete out now even the kids' content from the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything positive that came out of the Phase 4 and Phase 5 dives?
Well, I'm not really sure. Speaking of Moongirl, by the way, they actually made a meet and greet character for her at DCA at one point. Well, apparently that didn't work out so well, which is quite unfortunate, I suppose, because the amount of investment for some of these shows has really been the most alarming thing. Echo was released as an entire season there. It was almost like the Marvel wanted to forget that show before it even premiered, which was really something to watch. Secret Invasion, we just learned from Caroline Reed's excellent reporting there. Plus $200 million that show incurred in terms of fees and cost and so forth, associated with like 4 months of reshoots. Just absolutely dreadful. And I would say, yeah, there have been shows that have been okay, like for example, like I do share Jonas's sentiments about WandaVision and obviously Loki season 2, but outside of that, I mean, it really has.
You guys just like the proverb about the ship. You both like, what's the name of that?
The Ship of Theseus. It is one of the better scenes. Vision versus Vision is one of the better scenes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I thought it was very well done.
Darn it, you're right. Okay. 2 of the episodes in WandaVision are pretty good.
Now, I will also point out that there's a lot of weird ideological garbage in there about your truth and my truth and all of that kind of stuff.
That sounds it does get into
it is, which is of course nonsensical.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, these homages that they pay to older television and the idea that we all hang on to those images of older things as we grieve and we can live our lives vicariously there are good themes in WandaVision. And in the end, and the worst parts of the show actually have to do with Agatha. So, you know, the weird Salem witch trials things, the weird laser ball magic fight towards the end, it's all associated with Agatha. Catherine Hahn does a perfectly fine job with it. But anyways, notwithstanding, they took the least engaging part of that show and made it into its own other series. Whatever.
I say we just spin that off and we actually have its own show. How about Agatha? We can call it Agatha Alla. Oh, wait, that's exactly what they did.
Right.
Really unfortunate.
I've missed the last 2 episodes, but the best part of the Agatha arc was, of course, the Agatha All Along song, which I have not heard that in the show yet.
Let me just call these out to you guys, and you just tell me. You give your vote, thumbs up or thumbs down, and we'll find out how successful Disney Plus Marvel shows have been. And then, by the way, you can decide if you can understand why the MCU is going away from Marvel. And as I list these out, also consider, were these actually just about female empowerment? First up, WandaVision.
Thumbs up, and yes, is about female empowerment when it comes down to it, because she does emasculate Vision, but Vision does push back.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
With thumbs way down, and definitely about female empowerment.
Loki. That's my one thumbs up.
Season 1 thumbs down. Definitely about
season 1 is a big thumbs down. Yeah. And it was all about female Loki too. Season 2 fixed that, but it was too late. We've got Hawkeye.
Thumbs up. I hate what they did to Kingpin, but I like Jeremy Renner, and Haley Steinfeld is still quite charming. It's a trepid thumbs up, but it's a thumbs up for me.
Vash, any counter to that one?
No counter. I never saw the series.
Moon Knight. Neither did anyone else. Moon Knight.
Thumbs way down.
Miss Marvel.
Couldn't tell you. I didn't get past the first 2 episodes. Got too busy. Didn't have a problem with it. Didn't stay in with it long enough to get engaged.
She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Female empowerment.
She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Thumbs way down.
Secret Invasion.
Thumbs way, 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 way down.
Echo.
Not even the complete show. Way down.
Agatha.
Down.
And folks,
Show's
don't
not
worry,
over, but,
because they still haven't canceled Eyes of Wakanda or Ironheart. We're still getting those. So aren't you just excited, folks?
Yeah,
aren't you just thrilled?
Yeah, and you've skipped over animation, which I think Eyes of Wakanda is going to be animation, but What If is in the middle of that, and also going to give that one a thumbs down as well.
I'm also skipping Wonder Man because I have mercy. I have mercy for Marvel at some point.
Well, I think the thing that we're all missing here is the one thing that Disney actually touted at the New York Comic Con. That was what, Daredevil, Born Again.
Right,
Daredevil has a
good,
chance.
could be bad.
We'll see.
That's right. It now has a premiere date in March sometime. So,
Right.
But you know what doesn't have another chance?
After parties for us.
We may. But what doesn't have a chance? Moongirl and Devil Dinosaur, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and I can keep going. But folks, it's not just the movies that are being scrubbed of the MCU. It's Disney Plus too. Folks, you can help send this out far and wide. Click that like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Folks, make sure you subscribe to That Park Place with Vash Guy and Jonas J. Campbell, as well as That Pod Place at That Pod Place with Vash, and so many of his great content pieces you just have to see. Folks, we'll have the Pro Show tomorrow. Don't forget, the Pro Show goes to twice weekly. Not this week, but next. Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon. We cannot wait to see you even more. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Are you sick and tired of stuff being swept under the rug because you or the media are too lazy to actually deal with it? Or are things just building up around you so much that you can no longer ignore it? Also like the mainstream media? Well, I got the solution for you. I'm Wilton the Troll, and I want to tell you about this revolutionary new product called Jonas. That's right, no longer do you have to put up with stuff shoved under the rug. You can actually get rid of it and dispose of the problem in seconds by using Jonas. You can, in a matter of seconds, deal with the political and illogical buildup of the muck and grime around you effectively and efficiently with Jonas. You might think this is an ordinary vacuum, but you'd be wrong. You can clean up and remove from one end, but Jonas, he actually works from both ends. From the back end, Jonas can blow a whole bunch of hot air, and that's cool. Remember folks, if you actually want to deal with the dirt and grime the mainstream media has been neglectful about, get Jonas, 'cause Jonas sucks.